Boomerang is one of the most recognizable objects on Earth, yet one of the most misunderstood. For many people, it is a toy that magically flies back. But for Aboriginal Australians, it is a tool, a weapon, a musical instrument, and a cultural symbol that carries thousands of years of knowledge. Let's explore 10 things to know about the boomerang, and why it remains one of humanity's most remarkable inventions. Number 1. It is one of the world's oldest human-made tools. Boomerang is far older than most people realize. Archaeologists have found boomerangs in Australia dating back more than 20,000 years. Older than the pyramids, older than Stonehenge, older than most written languages. Some early boomerangs were carved from the bone of giant animals, including the massive kangaroos that once roamed the continent. These ancient tools show how early Aboriginal communities mastered aerodynamics long before the concept even had a name. Number 2. Most boomerangs were never meant to return. The returning boomerang is the version the world knows, but it represents only a small part of the tradition. Most traditional boomerangs were designed to fly straight and hit hard. They were used for hunting birds, stunning animals, digging in the earth, or even shaping fire paths during controlled burns. The idea of a boomerang looping back to the thrower is a modern fascination, not the original purpose. Number 3. It is a deeply rooted Aboriginal cultural symbol. For Aboriginal Australians, the boomerang is not just a tool. It appears in ceremonies, dances, songs, and dreaming stories that explain the creation of the land and its laws. Some boomerangs are passed down through families as heirlooms, carrying the memory of ancestors. Others are decorated with patterns that represent country, kinship, or spiritual beings. The boomerang is woven into identity, belonging, and the continuity of culture. Number 4. The returning flight is ancient engineering. The curved shape of a boomerang is not accidental. Each arm is carved like an airfoil, similar to an airplane wing, creating lift as it spins. This lift, combined with the angle of the arms and the rotation of the throw, causes the boomerang to arc through the air and return. Aboriginal makers understood how to balance weight, shape, and airflow long before modern physics explained why it works. It is a masterpiece of indigenous engineering. Number 5. Different regions shaped different designs. There is no single boomerang shape. Across Australia, communities crafted boomerangs that reflected their environment and needs. Some are long and slender, designed for distance. Others are heavy and thick, built for impact. Some curve gently, while others have sharp angles. The diversity of shapes shows how each community adapted the tool to their landscape, their hunting practices, and their cultural traditions. Number 6. It is a tool with many uses beyond hunting. Boomerangs were incredibly versatile. They could be used to dig for roots, carve wood, scrape animal skins, or start fires by creating friction. In ceremonies, pairs of boomerangs were clapped together as musical instruments, producing a sharp, rhythmic sound. In some regions, they were used as shields, or even as part of initiation rituals. The boomerang's value came from its adaptability, a single object serving many roles. Number 7. The symbol is preserved in ancient rock art. Boomerang shapes appear in rock paintings and engravings across Australia, some thousands of years old. These artworks show people hunting with boomerangs, carrying them, or using them in ceremonies. The presence of boomerangs in rock art highlights their importance, not just as tools, but as symbols of culture, survival, and connection to country. Number 8. It is a vessel for storytelling and memory. Some boomerangs are carved with lines, dots, or patterns that represent stories. Stories about ancestors, animals, rivers, or journeys across the land. When held, these boomerangs become more than objects. They become storytellers. The markings guide the owner through narratives that have been passed down for generations. turning the boomerang into a physical archive of cultural memory. Number 9. It took on a global meaning distinct from its origins. When the boomerang reached the rest of the world, it took on new meanings. It became a metaphor for return, for karma, for the idea that actions come back to us. This global symbolism is powerful, but it's different from its indigenous origins. The returning boomerang became a cultural export, a symbol reshaped by the world's imagination, even as its deeper meaning remained rooted in Aboriginal culture. Number 10, it is a living tradition, not a relic. Today, boomerangs are still crafted, used, and taught by Aboriginal communities. Elders pass down the knowledge of how to carve them, how to throw them, and how to understand the stories they carry. The boomerang is not a museum artifact. It is a living cultural symbol, one that continues to evolve while honoring the wisdom of the past. As you can see, the boomerang is more than a returning stick. It is a testament to indigenous innovation, cultural continuity, and the deep relationship between people and land. It reminds us that some of humanity's most brilliant ideas were born long before modern science, shaped by observation, tradition, and a profound understanding of the world. And that is what makes it a symbol that always comes back.